Okay, folks, welcome to Focus on Liberia. My name is Taiwan Saye, and I have the distinguished honor of being with Councillor Taiwan Saye Gongloe, 2023 presidential aspirant, hopefully on the ticket of the Liberian People Party, that is his party. Councillor Gongloe, welcome to Focus on Liberia. It's going to you, sir.
This is my third time on Focus on Liberia.
All right. So I see that you are concluding an event here in Minnesota with your Team Gongloe Minnesota chapter. How has it been since you arrived here?
It has been great. You know, there were other aspirants that came here, ANC United Party, and they are, and this is one of the places that, in fact, this is the founding place, the birthplace of CDC. So you realize that there are many seditions here. But I'm very pleased with my interactions with the people of those who live here. Many of the seditions, the United Partisans, the ANC, after our conversation have come to our side.
You've won some over
Many.
That is impressive.
Very impressive.
So how do you replicate that across the US and then Liberia?
Well, from here, you know, I've been everywhere I've gone. I've had people coming on my side and they've been saying, "You were the one we were waiting for." Because people have been asking me for more than 20 years to run, and I've not made that decision. And so some people went to other parties.
So why you hesitate all these years? Why you hesitate all these years?
I'm a Christian. Nothing happened before its time.
This is the time.
This is the time.
Okay. So people are coming on board. You said this is the time, and there are others who have expressed concern that, oh, I wish Councillor had started a year ago, or maybe 6 months ago. You think they have an argument?
They have an argument, but that argument does not invalidate what we've done. Right in this country, Joe Biden was being sought for. People were saying, when is Joe Biden coming?
Right.
He was the last Democrat to enter the race. He won the primary and won national election. And now when you come, when a proper person comes, all the voters tend to know my experience, my commitment, my character, are the things that Liberia needs, and the element that Liberia needs to use for election a leader who will transform the country. I don't like to use the word change. Change that word bastardized. We want to transform the country from where it is now, because Liberia is saying, I see you. So we need to rescue Liberia and move it forward. And we need someone who has the commitment, who is prepared to die for the country. I have been through many trials and tribulations in my life, and I have always maintained my principles in the interest of Liberia. I always say that I'm committed to 2 C's, my conscience and my country, and I do not compromise.
Thank you.
I'm prepared to transform Liberia.
You talk about Joe Biden. You are right. He was the last to jump in the race. What we also know is, before jumping in the race, he was preparing. Have you been preparing?
My whole life I've been preparing for opportunities. I have never, for example, looked for a job in my life. Okay. When I graduated from the university, I was one of the students that was selected to be teaching assistant, based on my record as a student. When Dr. Saye came to power, I didn't ask him. He called me from America to come and join me. I became an executive assistant. Mrs. Salif called me from America after we had run campaign, and I come back to America. She called me to come and serve in the government. She offered me several jobs. I chose to be a solicitor job. I have never sought job in my life. I'm not a job seeker. I'm a transformative person. I'm task oriented. So she asked me to be Supreme Court Justice. She asked me to be Chief Legal Advisor to the President. And I said, Solicitor Generals have been abusing human rights in this country. I know it because I defended journalists, I defended human rights advocates, I defended a lot of poor people at the Ministry of Justice where there was an honorable injury. I want to go and transform this place. I want to come to the office of the President to transform it. I consider myself a project manager for the transformation of Liberia. I'm a missionary, a visionary. That's what I'm doing. I want to give concrete manifestations. So where I feel Liberia should go, and because I've been a critical person, I've seen an absence in government. I've served government in several positions, and up to the cabinet level, and I have lived by my principles. I've been consistent. You heard people say in there. So I want to bring that value of consistency, putting Liberia first, to the office of the presidency, so that I can make the few greedy people so uncomfortable in the interest of the larger majority. I want to make the Liberian people, majority of the Liberian people, comfortable, and make the greedy minority so uncomfortable, so that they will not want to go to government. I want to remove what makes government attractive: corruption, abuse of office.
Is that why you're carrying that broom?
I'm carrying that broom to clean corruption, to clean all impurities from government, so that government can be an honorable place to be, only for people who are prepared to serve. Public office is not a place to steal, it is a place to serve. And that's what I want.
Councillor, you're not the first person Liberians have come to see with this broom.
Dr. Sawyer was the first.
Dr. Sawyer, we saw that broom with Tikota, and that is actually like the symbol of your party,
Liberian
the Liberian People's Party.
Yes.
Let's talk about the Liberian People's Party. You can't do this alone, you will need your institution. How prepared is the LPP in terms of strength, in terms of structure?
The Liberian People's Party has a reservoir of intellectuals, has a reservoir of committed people, has a reservoir of honest people. If you check most of the parties today, some of the key people who move the parties got their training from Liberian People's Party, got their training from the Union of Justice for Africa, and got their training from the Student Unification Party that was linked to SUP, that was linked to LPP and Moja. They are good writers, they are good speakers, they are also nationalists. They are trusted people. They have that value. They criticize themselves and criticize other people. And they examine themselves. And the value of consistency and honesty that all of them strive to. They rather make mean and fill their pockets.
Councillor, the early Johnson Sully administration, we saw a number of the progressive in there. One would think that the Liberian People's Party would want to fight for national leadership. So why is it that at that time there was not any preparation made to the visibility of Liberians? It's like you didn't prepare for this time and you want to start preparing for it now.
No, we are prepared. We don't look for jobs. We went into government. We didn't go there to steal. You have money for what people.
I'm talking about building the institution, the Liberian People's Party.
But the Liberian People's Party exists. Don't forget that Unity Party was nothing until President Salih won in 2005.
That is true.
It was nothing. You will see, in fact, right now, just few weeks after the convention of LPP, it is only LPP that is speaking on the right now, raising the critical issues. The LPP? Yes, go on the internet. It is LPP that is raising issues. LPP has even talked about, suggested the issue of impeachment of the president. LPP is raising critical issues because we in LPP are people who are principles that we are prepared to die for. We've done the jail many times for our principles. So, and we take the interest of the Liberian people to be number one.
And you think these steps are reaching the voters? And
They are going to the communities. Right now, they are going to the communities. LPP is speaking about, LPP is writing things in the newspapers. Other people are silent. You do not transform the minds of people by remaining silent. The election, 2023 election will be decided based on issues, not on the depth of anybody's pocket. It will not be based on burger rights or buying beer or giving scholarship at the election time. Nothing. And LPP people are trained to raise issues.
Thank you. Folks, if you are just joining us, this is Focus on Liberia. I'm Taiwan Saye in a one-on-one conversation with Councillor Taiwan Saye Gongloe, presidential aspirant, the Liberian People's Party. Councillor, you serve in so many capacities, as you said, one of which happened to be Solicitor General of Liberia. During that time, it was reported that about 66 concession agreements were deemed or reported bogus. Did you have any role to play? Did you have anything to say, even now, concerning those agreements?
The work of a Solicitor General is to represent the Liberian government in the Supreme Court and to supervise prosecution. Solicitor General is not involved in administration. I didn't have a role to play in one of the agreements. We came here to America. I represented the Ministry of Justice in New York at Cllr Sweeney law firm. I raised so much hard issues with Metal Steel.
And were those issues considered?
Because I raised so much hard issues with Metal Steel, we got back, there were 2 more trips. I just heard on the radio that the delegation I left, they deleted my name. So my name was deleted.
Did you find out why?
My name was deleted from the trip. I know that members of the delegation at the time were uncomfortable because there were many times we had Liberian section after.
Why were they uncomfortable with you?
Because I was raising a high issue. I was raising high issues. I even said in one of the meetings, we have to decide whether some of you on our side are with Metal Steel. Because when I raise high issues and Mr. Singh gets up and say, I'm leaving, we'll leave Liberia, I say, leave there, the mine will still be there.
Right.
Then I will see members of my delegation, trying to calm him down. Say, if the man leaves, we'll have another company. The iron will still be there. But we have to fight for the value because it's a depletable resource.
So
when
what does that experience tell you,
I'm saying
mm-hmm.
in government, there are some people who do not fight for the people's interests with the level of rigidity they should. It is not strange that there are people in government that try to be sympathetic to investors for their own personal reasons.
Right.
I was seeking the interest of the Liberian people, and I was very rigid. In fact, when we came back to Liberia, the influence chiefs from NIMBA, and there were some people in the Senate who actually came to my office. They said, you're the bottleneck. You don't want to give in difficulty that the revision is staying so long, and you are from NIMBA. Why are you doing that? I heard chiefs on the radio talking against me. They said our own son from NIMBA, who is delaying this thing here, who giving all the difficulties. And then I'm giving you the reason.
Yeah.
That is why it was not surprising to me. I wanted to mention someone list my name on the list that was supposed to be from Metal Steel, Liska, the Maritime, and Firestone. My name was deleted from all this list because I wanted to seek the value for Liberian people. Be greater on the interest of Liberian people. Especially for mining. When it's taken from the ground, it's not tree that grows back, it's gone forever. So that's why I was
I read your temp
plan. Me, I was told, oh, no, I'm not going there.
In that plan, one of the things you said is that if anybody is caught in the act of corruption, that person will not be allowed to serve.
never.
Not in your government.
In my government, never.
So you are talking about your government.
Yes.
But government is permanent. So how do you make that particular policy to become a law so that it can apply as well as the public exists?
I will convene, I'll put a bill before the legislature to convene. If it don't get convened, we should not give anyone who is corrupt. Because this is the one thing I was thinking about. But under my government, I have control over you cannot enjoy my pleasure anymore. I don't the abuse office.
Now, talking about corruption, you talk about that started far after Liberia.
What's one now?
And their budget is about 4 billion. So that means we need money.
What's one now? Only have done. But because an honest service account establish a legacy of all presidents that succeeded him. That's what I want to do in life. When you lay a firm foundation for good governance and enlighten the people, conscientize them, it will be difficult for succeeding presidents to free to be corrupt. That's what service account do. When the 1966, the budget had risen to $4 billion. So we can do anything in that country. And in a country that has less than 10 people, it is a landlocked country. More than half of the country is covered by this. Look at Liberia. We have 42% of the we have so power to our neighbors. Solar power, hydroelectric power, producing electricity. We have a longer shoreline than Gambia that make a lot of money from tourism. So even our beach there, from Cape Town to Cape Town, have billions of dollars lying right there in a good government where rule of law is adhered to. Where people feel safe. Police is doing this work without interference. And then we are combating corruption. Keeping money. Where investors can come to the country and go through the law and go without anybody. Do that, Liberia will even have money.
So, Councillor, we have to let you go because of time. So, what is your winning message to the Liberian people? What do you tell them?
Liberia is personally, I see you. It is intensive. It is in an intensive care unit. We need is capable, committed, and consistent political leaders who has a track record of discipline in government. I'm not saying somebody who works in any other country. You must work in the Liberian government, face the temptation, and not be corrupt. You are the kind of person that should be trusted. And me, I work in the Liberian government. I've been an advocate against bad government. I have not gone against what I spoke against. So I should be trusted because I've been trusted in all the other positions. I want Liberians to trust me. That I will transform Nigeria. I will lead them to transform Nigeria.
Thank you, Councillor.
Change the bad habits.
Thank you. All right, folks, that was the voice of Councillor Taiwan Saye Gongloe. Yeah, we are here. The 2023 presidential aspirant. He hopes to run on the ticket of the Liberian People's Party. And I am Anthony Saye from Focus on Liberia. Thanks for listening. We appreciate your time. Until we catch you again, keep watching Focus on Liberia.
I'm Ibrahim Boss.
Goodbye, guys.